Okay. Hi, friends. Today's story is about shapes, and it's titled Shapes, Shapes, Shapes. And it was created by Tana Hoban. And the reason why I say created is because this book is really special. There are no words in this book. Our goal for this book is to look at the photos. So, this is a photograph of some real shoes and a real floor. There are no drawings in this book either. And as we read this book, we are going to look at the photos to identify some shapes. So looking at the front cover, the author Tana Hoban, she chose this photo because the floor has some squares and even some triangles. And there's a round red ball, and even this person's shoes has black and white squares on them. So I'm not going to read this whole book with you because there are so many photos in it, but it will be in our classroom library for when you come to school. You're more than welcome to look at the photos that I do not show you. I just want to show you some of my favorite photos in the book first. So the first photo is this little boy. He's pushing his boat in the water. Okay. Now, as you can see, the sails of his boat are a three-sided shape, 1, 2, 3, and we call that a triangle. I also notice really closely at the very top, he has a star cut out of his boat. And even the actual boat itself, it's kind of round, but it's not round like a circle. I would probably call that an oval shape, I love looking at pretty houses, so I wanted to show you this purple house. It has some windows that are squares. Let's see, I see 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, and they're all the same. So that is a square when all the sides are the same shape or length. But then this window, it has 2 really long sides and 2 really short tops and bottoms. That's a rectangle because the sides are not the same. That's a rectangle. We have a red car in front, and his wheels are round like a circle, and a bicycle whose wheels are also round like a circle. I'm noticing even over here in the fire truck, the wheels are all circles. Okay? Even the house above the fire truck, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. It has 4 sides, so it's either a square or a rectangle. But I'm noticing the sides are longer than the top and the bottom. So that's a rectangle, not a square. But if you look over by the fire truck window, 1, 2, 3, 4, there's another 4-sided shape. These sides are a little bit closer together, so this is more of a square than a rectangle. Have a bridge, and it looks like some barrels or maybe some ends of trees. So let's start with the bridge. I do see 1, 2, 3 sides. So we've got some big triangles here. 1, 2, 3 triangle. 1, 2, there's a triangle. Up here we have a whole bunch of little triangles. And even the bridge itself, it almost has that rectangular shape, but we can't see the bottom of it. So it's a little bit like a rectangle. And even if you notice these triangles, all 4 of these triangles create a rectangle shape. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then our trees right here, I see lots of beautiful circles. Let's look at this picture. I see a chair that has many round shapes like circles. And the person walking by has a folder in her hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a rectangle because these sides are longer than these 2 sides that are shorter. So that's a rectangle, okay? And I love the holidays when if you look, there's some Christmas lights hanging up in the city, and I see 2 beautiful stars. And we can even look at the windows. This window is special because it has a straight line at the bottom, a straight line at the top. But if you look, it arches almost like a circle at the top. That's an arch, just like we have arch blocks in our block center. We call that an arch. This man is holding a big piece of wood. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. Can you guess if it's a rectangle or a square? I see that it has 2 sides that are short and 2 sides that are long. So that tells me that it's a rectangle because they're not the same size. Let's find some squares. Let's see. There's an old building. I almost see kind of a triangle shape here, but then there's that one extra line. So that's sort of a triangle. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got some rectangle shapes here. Not a square yet. Oh, look at these boys. They're playing musical instruments just like we have in our classroom. This little boy has a shape 1, 2, 3. He's playing a triangle, and it's actually called a triangle. We have that in our classroom. And this instrument is round like a circle. That's called a cymbal or tambourine. And look at their sweaters. What do you notice on their sweaters? I see shapes. Let's look at the green one. 1 side, 2, 3. They have triangles on their sweaters. Here's our front cover again. This was on the front cover. This must be the author's favorite photo because she chose it as her cover page. Now remember, we said 1, 2, 3. If a shape has 4 lines, like this gray shape, it's either a square or a rectangle. But I'm noticing the sides are exactly the same. So this is a square. This is a square, okay? Shoes have interesting shapes. The bottoms, it could be diamonds or maybe triangles. If you look really closely, 1, 2, 3. The points make like a triangle point. Okay, let's see. This will be our last one. The laundromat. The woman that's washing her clothes, the window in the laundromat is a circle window so she can see when her clothes are dry. I see some buttons on the washer. They're also round like circles. And if you look at her basket, the basket is almost a rectangular shape, and inside of it, there are squares inside of the basket. So boys and girls, when you're at your house today, I want you to look around the room you're in and see what kind of shapes you can find. Once again, remember, this will be in our library, and there's pictures in here that I didn't show you. So if you really like this book, you can read it the next time you're at school. I'll see you later.